Hi, we're doing a small tutorial series about understanding your camera settings so you can stop using automatic mode. The previous two movies I made were about ISO and aperture, so make sure to check those out before watching this one. Shutter speed basically means how long the shutter that is in front of your sensor is being opened. Shutter speed is measured in seconds, and on most cameras this ranges from 1/8000th of a second to 30 seconds, where 1/8000th is considered a very fast shutter speed and 30 seconds a very long shutter speed. When you're increasing your shutter speed from, for example, 1/800th of a second to 1/400th of a second to 200th of a second, every time you're doubling the amount of light you're capturing. So what does this mean when you're taking pictures? Well, shutter speed has an effect on movement, whether this is the movement of the camera or the movement of your subject. For example, if you're using a long shutter speed for, let's say, 1 second, and you're taking a picture and you're not totally holding the camera still, then you'll get a blurry shot because of the longer shutter speed. So you have to use a faster shutter speed so you won't get camera shake. And for example, when you're shooting a fast-moving object, for example someone that's running, and you really want to freeze that moment, then you have to use a fast shutter speed, because if you, for example, use a shutter speed of 1 second, then you see the movement of that person that is running. You can use this as a creative effect, of course, but it's something to be aware of when you're choosing your shutter speed. So those are the two things you need to be aware of. At what shutter speed are you getting unsharp images because of camera shake? And is my subject moving, and do I want to freeze this or not? For example, when we're shooting weddings, we have a minimum shutter speed mostly of 1/200th of a second because this person is still sharp. But when I'm shooting, for example, an overview of the castle, then I can get away with a longer shutter speed because there are no moving subjects. So in regards to camera shake, it's important to be aware of the fact that when you're zoomed in more or using a telelens, that you'll see the camera shake more than when you're zoomed out or using a wider angle lens. So in summary, the shutter speed defines how long your sensor is being exposed. The longer this is, the more light is getting on your sensor. Shutter speed is shown in seconds, mostly going from 1/8000th of a second to 30 seconds. A faster shutter speed will freeze your camera shake and also freeze the subject's motion. A longer shutter speed means that you'll more likely see camera shake and also see more movement in your subject. So when you're photographing people, you need a faster shutter speed to freeze their motion than when you're, for example, shooting landscapes. So this was the last video about camera settings. So if you liked this video, then please like. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below. And if you want to see more, then please subscribe.